Hi there, Peter Wilson again. I've just been down the gym. I'm just going to show you a couple of scenes there of what I've just filmed outside the gym and inside the gym, which is fine, very lucky. And also the house, not so lucky. Oh dear. So have a look at them anyway, huh? Well, that's bits of the roof, look. There. Flying everywhere. Absolutely ripped to shreds. Look. That's the roof. And that's the fence. You know. Yes. Not too good. You can actually see, look, on the post itself. Look, it's actually snapped completely in half. You know. There's the fence. And underneath the fence, unfortunately, are a couple of the fruit trees. And the shed doors are now inside the shed. And then there's little bits of the roof. Whoops. So that's my gym building over there. Looks, it's like the purple sign says what a hoot nursery. We're actually like it's lots of different units inside. It's an old school, a Catholic school. My God. But anyway, so I'm gonna have a look inside in a second. You've seen like the state of the house roof. But look at this opposite it, look. Look at that, man. Yeah. Trees come down, smash through that wall. Second one there. And then another two of them there. Look at that, man. Something else. Crazy, yeah? Look, right up by the roots. But I haven't been in yet. Hopefully everything's okay. It looks like I drove past the roof and everything's fine. But we have like, it's crazy the ventilation system that they've got. There's big gaps where the glass windows are, and it's half glass, the roof, our roof, in there. So I reckon it's going to be full of dirt, so I'm going to hoover it up and clean it. We cancelled all the classes yesterday. So I'll have a look and see, get it prepared, ready for tomorrow, see if we're alright. Well, everything seems to be in order here. Like, this is all glass above there. I actually blocked it off with that blue curtain because it just got so hot, it literally melted these mats. Obviously that's in the summer, but this other one, the window there, that blue one there, I covered that over. But that's where there's a huge, they said it's a ventilation gap. I just think they've made a bad job. But it blows in when it snows in the wrong direction. There's glass as well, but it seems to be okay. All we've got is it blows in, look at the mess, but it's just leaves. So I'm just going to get that hoovered up, you know, but everything's fine, so that'll be ready. We cancelled all the classes, like I said yesterday. With it just, there's no way I could get out of the house. I mean, it was really bad. So we had to go for food, because all the electric kept going off with the water pouring in from the garage into the wiring. So I had went out, and this bloody tree nearly hit me in the car. But not the whole tree, like a branch like had come off it. A bit dodgy. But this is alright, 5 minutes, like a bit hoover here and there, and it'll be fine, get ready for tomorrow. The first class we have is for the homeschool kids, but I think we've actually cancelled that because we're a bit worried about what we were going to find. But we will just leave it cancelled though, just for time, so I'm going to have to sort out the roof and everything at home. Anyway. So yeah, it's been a hell of a day. or a hell of a night, losing electricity. Having a swimming pool now in the garage, although the water doesn't look very inviting and it's freezing cold and very dirty. And we've got, you know, we can see the sky inside the garage. Which is all fine. That's just like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, like that's going to be good work for a few people. Get the roofers in there, get the fences in there as well, get the fence done. There's another tree here. This is on the side of the gym. Oh, bloody hell, a car coming there. Right across the road, this tree. Slowly, slowly. Yes, driving past, there's a lot of people's houses damaged. Some brick walls knocked down, like blown down brick walls, you know. I mean, you expect the fences. But it was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I've actually, I'm pretty sure it was in like 1983. Could have been 84, but either one. And we sailed on HMS Alderney. Go and check it out. HMS Alderney was an island class patrol boat. It was only 40 people on, very small. It was built to be a similar silhouette in the dark to a fishing boat, because that's what it was for, fishery protection squadron. We had a huge fishery protection squadron at the time. And oh, there's another tree down there as well. Oh, outside, and we sailed through a hurricane, you know, on that little ship, that little boat. And when I mean, the waves were like way bigger than the ship. And the way to do it is you can't turn, you can't change direction, you know, or it would just capsize. And these were all top heavy, these ships, because they were designed to look like a trawler with the equipment and that. So all you could do is head straight into the waves. So, you know, you were literally a submarine at a lot of different points, you know. It was not great. But the winds were like howling like 90 odd mile an hour. And then another time, I'm sure that was in 1983 as well, and we were actually escorting the SS Norland from the Falkland Islands. Might have been 84, but like, you know, it was around that time. And we went into, had to escort it into Hull. So you're going up the Humber River, I'm sure that's what it's called. It was a huge, big, wide river. Going into the harbour, wherever it was in Hull, I'm pretty sure it was Hull. But you know, it was a troop carrier at the time, and then, you know, but it was originally a ferry, and so we're bringing it back to its port to probably have it all refurbished again to take it back to like a nice looking ferry. And on a Royal Navy ship, whenever you pass a merchant vessel, vessels in sea, staying in your shipping lanes, they dip their ensign. They have a red ensign, and they have to dip it to salute the Royal Navy ship. So we have to dip it back again, you know, just like, you know, when they do the salute thing. So we have a white ensign, and ours is quite big, and ours is from the mast at the top of the ship. So like, I'm on duty and I'm going up the river, and the officer says, right, they've dipped their ensign, go out and dip it. Okay. So it goes out, and you have to climb up the mast. So you're on this like vertical steel ladder, and then you have to get a hold of the rope that's attached to the mast that's tied for the ensign. And the winds is blowing 90-95 miles an hour, and it's nearly blown me off the ladder, and I am bricking it. I'm like, bloody hell, if I fall in that water, you're never going to see me again. I mean, it was like chocolate brown water with a storm, you know, like whipping up all the sediment and everything that's on the river bottom. And I did like dip, and I mean, you could feel it whipping it out my hand, like this ensign, the flag thing, and not happy at all. But anyway, so I get back in, phew, you know, relief and everything like that. And then the message comes over that it's too bad for the Norland to continue. It was behind us. It's too bad for the Norland to continue. It won't be able to tie up to the dock because it's too windy. It'll get blown off. It's going to cause damage, they believed. So they turned around. So, like, you know, there's the skipper, and he says, right, well, we'll turn around as well, and we'll go back out to sea. We'll go back out into this, you know, 100-mile-an-hour storm. So he turns around, starts heading back out, and then goes past this ship again. It was a light boat, is what it was. You know, like you have like lighthouses that flash. Well, this was a light boat, which is a boat anchored right over a sandbank, permanent, so that you don't go on it. So it's flashing there, stay away from me, you'll get grounded. So anyway, it's got somebody on it, and he goes and he dips his ensign again as we pass it. You know, it's the second time. And like the officer of the watch, he says, right, go out and dip it. I thought, I'm not going out there again. So you want that dipped, you go out and do it yourself. And it's like, blah, 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 you're going to get this shot. I said, I don't care. You know, if you want it dipped, you go out and do it. He wouldn't go out, obviously. You know, got into a bit of trouble again. But there you go. Craziness, this wind is madness. Anyway, I was like talking to a few people over the weekend there. I had some fantastic conversations. A guy called Miles was talking to him for hours, and it was, you know, about all the stuff going on, and you know, I've really done a lot of investigation into how they set up the City of London, how they actually got, because they lost the bloodline, you know, for a while. You know, until they got it back. They got it back through the Pope. The Pope gave permission for old William the Conqueror to come over to kill everyone in England. And we're just talking about, like, you know, that was the Norman invasion, where, you know, where the Normans came from. The Normans were wanderers, you know, they had never settled, which comes from the way, you know, you just look at the shape of the ships that they come over in. They were Phoenician ships. Or, you know, why were the shape the same as the Phoenician ships? Now the Phoenicians, obviously we know, were coming. They eventually became the Venetians when they went onto the ship at sea, as they call it, because the Phoenicians themselves came from the Canaanites, as in Cain, the son of Adam and Eve in the Bible, who killed his brother Abel and was banished from ever settling on the earth by God. So he, you know, he had to wander. But obviously he had his followers, and he had the Canaanites, and they'd become the Khazarians. You should Google that there, the Khazarians. And there was a terrible blood cult. I've actually got it. I'm going to be doing a video on it, on how, wow, the one of the Russian king, I think, of Kiev, you know, he was sick of the blood cult, and, you know, what they were doing to, like, kidnapping and murdering all the anyone that they could. And, you know, the only people that they didn't actually do anything to, and never ever went to war with or done anything to at all, was the Israelites. You know, I think obviously because of the connections. He's got shorts on. It's freezing out there. I got to go and pick up all the rubbish and the fence and everything like that. But yeah, I was just listening to another guy there called Max Egan. I think it's Egan, I-G-A-N. Could be wrong, but, like, you know, you should Google him. He says he gets interviewed, you know, he's got his own brilliant information, but when he's getting interviewed and you listen to him, he's really good. And talking about, I've said this for years and years and years, or Ginny always didn't like it when I said, like, you know, that we're on a prison planet. This is a prison planet. And, you know, we're all put here for whatever reason, but, you know, we are just all captives in the same prison, and it's just, you know, an enormous giant prison. And he's just said the same, or it's similar anyway, you know. The obvious things, like, that like the cabal's running it, and like there's no government, so they're just, he said something like they're just different departments in the shopping like a big shop department store, something like that. Anyway, I just thought, yeah, that's a great description. You should go check him out. He's got some good stuff, you know. And Aidan sent me, I'm gonna get this wrong, but Aidan said, you know, he's helping us, and we're going through the limited company investigation, and he sent me a load of videos, and from another guy's channel, I might get this one wrong, it's something like Hornsley or Horsley Academy, something like that. You should go out and have a look at that as well. It tells you a lot about what they're trying to do and for the limited company, and the birth certificate, correcting the birth certificate, which is what we're trying to do as well. That's why I was investigating the birth certificate, box number 10 or 17, depends on which one that you have, and how to get it completed, because it's blank. Have a look at yours now. Go and have a look. Box number 10 or box number 17. I think number 10 is if you have a landscape, the old long older ones, and the portrait ones are 17 boxes going down, but it's got a line through, it's blank. So I've just got my baptism certificate from the church I was baptized in 1963, which is brilliant. And the guy, he's done it all, sent it to me. He said, don't worry. I said, how much is that? Don't worry, this priest. But he's went and put the wrong date on it, so I'm going to have to get it done again. But he says I can make a donation to the church, so I'll do that and ask him to correct the date. The wrong year he's put on, but I bet you it's very hard to read, because it would all been handwritten in by whoever was there, you know. Long time ago, innit? And so check that out and see what he says. You know, we've listened to all the videos. I actually listened to them all earlier this year, but didn't do anything. You know, it's been that busy and everything. But I've started listening to them again with Aidan, going through them. And again, Aidan was the one that like said, look at this diplomatic immunity thing. So, you know, and we've got people who were in the group who've said that their friends had travelled to Mexico and back and used it and did no mask, no nothing. All right, so like we're all going to try it now. We do have like people that are going abroad anyway. They're not doing it especially, they're actually going anyway, right? Visiting family and that, so. And they're going to try it, see what happens. And if it works, I'm telling you, you're going to need it. It's, what is this thing they're just calling this moron thing? Is it moronic? It's not, but you know what I'm talking about, don't you? You know what I mean? But there's another ambulance just going past, flashing lights away there. I wonder if I wonder if they're taking any footballers with heart attacks, huh? Oh my! It's getting to the point of ridiculousness, and like I said, you know, we're in for a cleansing, and everybody has already made their own choice where they're going. What is that then? Why are you beeping at me? What is that sign there? Never seen that before. All right, yeah. So the I got another letter or an email through from someone that had been doing the debt stuff for. Again, it's landing there that the what do you call it? The collection company have backed off. You know, so you know this stuff works very well when you do it correctly, using like the correct acts and statutes and whatnot, which is I mean, if you want to study it all yourself and you know, like go and have a look at like, you know, the masterclass that he does on observation deck, and he's got like, you know, the debt bomb, I think the first one's called, and something else about, hang on, whoa, go on, there you go, private land that. And anyway, they all tie together, and then you go in and do the masterclass, and you can learn all of the different acts and statutes, and how to actually do a proper DSAR using the acts and statutes, and telling them, you know, what they're doing and what it's wrong. So you're not just you know, sending off saying, oh, give me my data, right? You actually tell them that you know exactly what's going on, so you can learn it all. You know, you can do it all yourself if you like. You know, so it's a good product from a good channel. Like, also, there's a few people says that they're gonna they went on to that unchainedremedy.com, not the melody, and their old tilers flew off their little farm cottage as well. He's up fixing them. Shame. And they're going to go and try and do he's doing something about like a remedy at Chancery apparently, so like and they've said that they're going to go and join in. I don't know exactly what it is, but they're going to go join in, so good on them. That's good. Give that a try as well. We've got to investigate all these different things. We're just telling you what things are going on, you know. Come over here. So it's all good. And hang on, keep it going. And what's his name? Aidan again. He sent me this other link there from a guy. I don't think he's got a group or anything like that. I didn't really get a good chance to look at it, but he uses a lot of stuff from John Harrison, which is always good stuff. You know, from back in the day. But he also does some good stuff on promissory notes, which is extremely similar. So we had done the A for V with Tazadak, and theirs is slightly different because theirs is easier, believe it or not. You know, but he's like helped people like in the UK and Canada as well, for definite on doing these A for Vs, which is accept for values, which, you know, it's the same thing. It's discharging debt. We also did like the EFT course with them, which is slightly more complicated, but they're all about money orders, financial instruments, and how to use them correctly from the Bills of Exchange Act 1882. And this guy Jez, he actually has a good one. So it's something like lawful rebellion or something along those lines. A guy with a big beard anyway. Go and have a look at him and see what he's saying about the promissory note. Jez sent me one as well. Say from what's his name? Jez's. Oh well, same name, different guy. All right. So go check them all out. You know, and you have to look for the other ones. Either Hornsley or Horsley Academy, and it's like loads and loads of different videos, and it's about like the limited company and protecting yourself and buying your own name, etc., etc. You know, very, very interesting stuff. And like I say, I haven't seen that interview yet at all that I did, like, you know, with like Rice TV. But it's basically going back into history. I like going back into history and talking about, you know, where it all come from. And there's some real interesting stuff to view and discuss, you know. But so it's not as bad now. It's almost hardly any wind whatsoever now. It's incredible. Can't believe how bad that was. It's full of fishing boats here down the harbour. They're all probably hiding from last night, you know. Yeah, loads of them in there. It was crazy, wasn't it? So I've got to go and pick up the mess and get it sorted. But have a look at those different groups I just said. There's a few people already done it and getting stuff from them, and it's supposed to all be like really, really good. So wow. Hang on, I'm just gonna get past this point here. I'll get squished. Yeah, the other video I did, someone was saying like it looked as if I was in an aeroplane and the buildings were like moving. I think there was actually, I was in a car park when I had pulled up opposite the house, and like I think it was cars moving that might have looked a bit strange, and then the glare kept coming on between the camera and the window. Definitely wasn't in a plane in my car. You know, but anyway, it was, yes, it looked strange, that is for sure. Now, I've just been brushing up one of our documents, which is the power of attorney. Where we're like making sure that you have your power of attorney correctly. With the way that we've got ours set up is from, there's another tree down there, massive one, from the park. Oh dear. Anyway, the power of attorney. But this is, we're doing it by dividing the power of attorney from you, from your legal fiction. But you should also do it on the government's own website. I'm sure it's something like the Office of the Guardian or something like that. But if you just Google power of attorney, hey, power of attorney, and then go through the forms, I'm sure that you can do one for health, you know, for your own health if you ever become incapacitated. And it costs, I think it was something like £82 that you have to pay to the government, like, you know, to register your power of attorney. So you put whoever it is, in case you can't speak or look after yourself, then they're in charge, but you're going to be able to help. So if you've got specific requests or needs or wants, beliefs, you know, and you get put into hospital and you need someone to protect your beliefs and your wants and needs or whatever it is, you know, rather than them doing whatever they want. And if you haven't got a power of attorney, they will do whatever they want. And it's twice now that we've dealt with people who've been in very distressing situations, you know, when their partners have been put into hospital, and one of them was actually got sectioned under the mental health. And they wouldn't even let them in and help them or let them talk to them or anything. So you need this power of attorney. Make sure that you get that sorted. The Office of the Guardian or something like that, but Google it, power of attorney. So we're actually just in the middle of doing ours, because you can also do it for property as well, right? Which is something to do with guarding your property. Make sure that they can't take it off you if you ever end up getting put in a home, you know, old people's home or anything like that. See, that's a bad thing. This is what, you know, if you look at everything that's been created, you know, we're in a big building, different units, and there's a nursery in there, and they take kids in at 2-year-old. And they're trying to actually just they're trying to break down the family unit and keep kids away from the parents, you know, as long as possible. You know, and it's just like smashing like all of the unit of people looking after each other. So it's destroying community. And the old people's homes, you know, you're just going to stick the old people away in a home and forget them and don't worry about them. You haven't got to look after them, you know. You can just see they're just doing anything that they can to destroy community. So there is no community, and then nobody cares about each other. And nobody looks after each other. That's the way I see it. You know, we have to change things and get back to community. Oh, it's all wobbling everywhere. We have to change things and get back to that community spirit, community, everybody welfare, looking after each other. It's the only way we're going to survive, you know, and get rid of all these people, you know, these governments that call themselves, we don't need them, you know. All these, they're all owned by the same group, okay. There is no new world order, it's an old world order that's been around forever, and they've been running things forever. So, just an unfortunate thing. If you believe it's a new world order coming, they're just raising the head a little bit louder. I think they're raising the voice a little bit louder, I should say. You know. But anyway, I'm gonna have to shoot off. I'm gonna go and see if I can tidy that fence away somehow. Crushed all the fruit trees as well, so we'll not be having any apples on that next year, will we? Anyway, going to get. Hopefully it'll not be too cold for me. There's a big van behind me there with ladders on it. There's probably a roofer going somewhere. They're going to be everywhere, aren't they? You know, roofers and fencers are going to be very busy the bonanza time for them. Everybody's misfortune is somebody else's fortune, isn't it? I suppose. Alright. I will see you later on in the week. It's Sunday now, I think. So we'll probably be back on live for the Friday. You take care. I'll see you all later. Oh, we're a bit busy here. Go on. You got cars everywhere.